Alright, let's start with red for a bit. I have been amassing yoga mats to replicate what I did. I'm not sure if it's enough. It might be. I don't know. It's very hard to drink tea. It's hot. It's okay. I had a bit. That is the time. A long day today. Oh, that's nice. New recipe. So, I mean, off stream I moved the house into the spot where it's supposed to be. And the campsite. Just formality. And then, yeah. It's all set. It's all starting to take shape. Academic painting, remind me. This is fake. Okay. And I have garden lantern to gift. Now, the question is... Let's see if it duplicated. I've been trying to get more, but it just hasn't happened. Yeah, man, what's going on? I mean, maybe they just have a very low chance. Might have to just keep ordering the other ones. If that's the case. Alright, well. These are the ones that produce, so I'll try. So yeah, today I'm cloning ideas across. Whether or not I have it enough, we'll see. Alright, oh there's Celeste. Okay. What is that? It's a rocket. Alright, that's, I guess, nice. Don't mind that one. What's going on with chat? Sorry, I'm like seeing... It keeps constantly saying welcome to the chat room. Huh. You're not seeing anything. That message usually just appears on my end. I think it's fine now, like I refreshed it and it stopped doing it. But my entire screen filled up with welcome to the chat room. I don't know. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, well, I guess if anyone said anything, I may have missed it. Because my screen was filling with that and I didn't notice. Alright. Just be social. There'll probably be another week still before someone else wants to move. Oh crap, I must be carrying a lot of money. I love how they try to rip you off. Not falling for that again. I'm always going to ask for a discount. Not since Colton. Stupid Colton. Oh, they got the caterpillar outfit. Okay, they got a bunch of stuff that I kind of want, so let's just... I can send the rest of it to storage. Yeah, boy, yeah. I mean, even these, I don't think I have them. Oh, they have this. Red flag, cowboy, yeehaw. Yeah, for now. Guys with the stupid island law. Oh wow, they have everything cowboy here today. Actually, I need 2 of these hats. Just realized. Wait, no. 3. Hang on. Or should I just make them the same? I'll just get a bunch. I'll figure it out later. Okay. I might take off the mustache. Okay, so these are authentic. Wait, what's this stamp? The meant does have a different for each gallery you complete, so please try to acquire more. What the hell is a stamp rally? Oh crap, the academic one was fake. Okay. So then... those are spares. Just throw them across to the other island. Stamp rally 100%. I don't know what stamp rally is. I don't think I've ever played during this time. It's like the stamp rallies I have in real life. Collect stamps on paper by visiting thingies to stamp the card. I've never done one in my life. I think the closest thing I've come to it is like in the Zelda game where it was a thing. Okay, so where do I start? How do you start this thing? Oh, there. Hey, Colorin. How's it going? Coconut corner? Well... this is rather anticlimactic. Is it really just this? I don't know what I was thinking it would be. to stamp rally, you rally stamp. Yeah, but like... real life version of this is more interesting. They could have at least put, I don't know, a special little Animal Crossing NPC here. Well, there's always someone to greet you and give you the stamp. Here it's just like it's just a box and you just walk up to it. It's an honor system. Okay. What is it? I guess it's just a comment on this game is just they could have done a lot more and they just never did. Like some things just seem half-assed. Like throwing everyone on Halves Island and giving them caravans instead of dedicated buildings. I understand that they wanted to give Halves Island some utility, but I don't know. It just feels lazy. Or like the Mayday thing where it's a single maze instead of it being something you can come back to constantly. Or the hotel mode where they got Captain back with his family and most of the relatives don't do anything. I think New Leaf just had a lot more going on. But that's the thing, it's not like it's a new idea. They had that stuff. Like, New Leaf had a multitude of different activity islands. And this sort of thing, it's kind of the same thing. Like, it's nice, but they could have done more with it. That's all. Like, I understand that there's not really much to a stamp rally. What I'm saying is... the implementation could have been a little more charming. That's all. It could have been way more wholesome. You may as well finish it. Well, this is starting to look more complete now. I love how it says forgery finds its way. It doesn't if you're a good curator. Okay, fossil. Forgot about fossil. The other thing I noticed, by the way, is like that stamp just said mollusks, but there wasn't just mollusks there. So even the stamps themselves, like, it's not well categorized. I don't care. Like they could have had more. I'm still saying the implementation is rather lazy. Just categorize that entire room as mollusks, despite there not really being all there. Some of them were definitely not mollusks. Okay. Nah. Hey, Laura. Alright, can't say I don't do this. There's like coelacanth and shark. There's crabs as well. Alright, I'm done with your games. Oh, I see. Okay, but it's still earning the same mementos. I guess they look nice. If you squint, they're mollusks. I mean, you can say that about everything. Yes, and if my grandmother had wheels, it'd be a bicycle. I mean, what are we talking about here? Sorry. What is this? Oh, it goes on the wall. Yeah, it's a different recipe. It's not the same thing. That guy's funny. I still have to watch the show when he goes on a road trip with Gordon. Yeah. And that's something I learned the existence of today. Is the heart attack grill. And the only reason I know is because it's making news that it closed down. And I looked into it and what is it? It's a place where they just serve a lot of food. It was one of the burgers they have has 8 patties and 40 slices of bacon. And there's an option to upgrade it. Upgrade it with another 40 slices. Like, what do you mean? That restaurant is like a classic example of, like, if Americans say that they don't think their food is excessive or in large quantities, I'll point to that piece of evidence. What kind of place has that as an option? The burger comes with 40 slices of bacon, and they have an upsize. We can make that another 40 if you want. What's too much? I mean, it lives up to its reputation, heart attack. But it closed down. And their press release is kind of hysterical because they didn't say it, but let's face it, anyone that says avocado toast, they're blaming millennials, so they're blaming millennials. Apparently Las Vegas has lost its soul. And, yeah, people are more interested in avocado toast. Trendy avocado toast. The moment avocado toast is mentioned, you know who it was written by. And then they also have this other thing where I can't remember the weight, but people over a certain weight eat for free. But still, it's one of the most absurd things I've heard. And the only reason I heard about it was because, yeah, it closed down. Do I want stadium lights? How expensive are they? Heart Attack Grill, and that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Heart Attack Grill closed down. So it's £350, there you go. That's the one I'm talking about. That's the one that closed down. You wonder what was on the menu? You can see it. I just mentioned one of the items was a burger with 8 patties and 40 slices of bacon. And then an option to upsize it. Hold on. Let me bring it up. I want their press release as well. The press release is so ridiculous. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I'll read the press release and I'll show you the menu. The Heart Attack Grill will not be renewing its long-term lease. This decision stems from the reality that major casinos have intentionally priced the average person out of the quintessential American experience of affordable indulgence. The soul of Las Vegas has been replaced by corporate greed. Our core value, eat big and laugh loud, no longer fits a city peddling $40 artisanal avocado toast. The honesty, heavy-duty calories that built our reputation are now considered gauche by a city that has excluded the middle class and lost its swagger in the process. We're proud of our 21-year impact on America's waistline. The obesity rate has risen from 30% in 2005 to nearly 45% today. And we pat ourselves on the back for leading the charge. Okay. So that, you know, the rest of it's not worth reading. The menu. Good lord. Okay, so I mean, some of it's normal. Like, the single burger. It's normal. But then it immediately jumps to 3. Like, it escalates so fucking quickly, it's not funny. Oh, no, it's 2. I see. It goes left, right. Never mind. First 2 are normal. But then 3 patties, 4 patties, 5 patties, 6 patties, 7 patties, 8 patties. When you get to 4 patties, they're just like, fuck it, 20 pieces of bacon. Just all of a sudden. 25 bacon, and then for some reason an upgrade to double the bacon. It's just, then all beef half-pound hot dog with 5 bacon slices. That's for $1. Good lord. Yeah, so over 350 pounds, eat free. Unlimited single bypass burgers. Conditions apply. Yeah, when you eat too many, they'll kick you out. Weigh with nurse before ordering. They haven't... Okay. Pretty ridiculous. But yeah, this place closed down, so... If you're curious... Show us a picture. See if I can find one. Got a point. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, they're not even thin burger patties. Like, I was expecting smash burger patties. This isn't even little. Yeah, if Windows Explorer would actually open within 30 seconds and not be slow, I would. There we go. Fucking hell. Wait, is that someone wearing scrubs in the background? No, this is a real place. It's in Vegas. I thought it was a joke as well. When I saw the press release, the way it read, it definitely felt like it was a parody, but no, for real. It is real. Dude, you can't, one person cannot eat that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care if you're American or not. How do you eat it? You unhinge your jaw, clearly. I mean, at that point, like, you'd be eating it patty by patty. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd would just take a piece of it, right? You take... this is how I would approach it. Let's just say humans don't have a stomach limit. Because it looks like there's a central stick holding it all. So I would take a bun... 1 patty, cheese, and onion. Eat that. Then move on to the next patty, cheese, onion. Or like you would order it for a table of 10. Yeah. I mean, I guess you would stand around with plates or something, but... I don't know. That is ridiculous. Dude, even the single patty might be enough for me, given how thick they are. They have single patty on the menu, and a single patty would probably fill me. How did we get on this topic? I just read about this place closing today. And just the conversation of Americans in large portions and excessiveness comes up so often. And this is where I'm gonna... It's great marketing. I mean, if they're not shutting down, yeah, it's great marketing. It could very well be a ploy. I mean, you're right. Companies do that. They do that sometimes. It is a strategy. It's our generation's fault. No, but that's what that... she's just referencing... she's just referencing avocado toast. I mean, let's face it. The moment that's mentioned, we know who wrote that, right? Don't even have to guess. Okay, anyway. So I think I can find the pictures of the owners. I can't be bothered. Probably. We'd have to look them who owns the company, and it's like it's a deep dive. I think just the attention of giving it a morbid curiosity is fine. Forgot to order a thing. I mean, given the language of that press release, you can sort of form a mental picture of what they'd look like. Guessing they don't have avocado toast on the menu. I mean, that would be ironic if they did. You don't think they had any vegetables? But Laura, onion is a vegetable, and there was onion on that burger. I'm sure they sell fries. Fried potato is a vegetable. Tomatoes? No, tomatoes are fruit. I don't care what the guy from Stardew Valley says. Did I go to Harv's? I can't remember. Bacon is a vegetable if you think about it. We're going to argue that because pigs eat vegetables, that the property of vegetables transfers through the bacon somehow. They're both fake. I know not a lot of you are going to get this, but I just think of the old show Dinosaurs. There was an episode where they were talking about the food chain, and Earl was explaining the food groups. Animal, vegetable, rock. What about water? Ha! Water is a fruit. We know it's not an animal, therefore it can't be a rock. Some shit like that. Animal, vegetable, rock. Was this Switch 2? No, this is Switch 1. Red is switch 1, blue is switch 2. I mean, I guess I gotta throw those to the other island. Can I just say as well, like, when it came to the food pyramid, I just find it funny that a whole generation or two of kids were taught a pyramid that is basically wrong. Like, the food pyramid is completely wrong. It has an essential, but, like, the way it's taught apparently was completely wrong. And now, nutrition is taught differently. The game looks different. Yeah, I mean, I was on Happy Home before. So that's DLC. But the last update to this was the one at the start of the year that added the hotel. But otherwise, nothing recently. They did do a tiny update where they released a little statue for the anniversary of the game. But other than that, no new content or anything. They're having this conversation too this weekend. Yeah. I thought there was like another one as well where mathematics were taught wrong in America. Because people trip over the whole PEMDAS thing or whatever it is, and apparently that's not 100% accurate. And the way I guess the rest of us learn it is correct. So we learn BODMAS initially, and then BPODMAS. BPODMAS. Yeah, it's like brackets, powers over division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, or some shit like that. I can't remember the acronym. But it teaches you to take brackets in mathematical equations and powers into equation. Whereas in PEMDAS doesn't, and that's where Americans trip and fall. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I just know that PEMDAS is, like, flawed. Not wrong. More flawed than anything else. It's okay. It's not as if we have calculators in our pockets or anything. Oh my god, it's way more expensive. The two dumbest things I got taught in school, or not told, is one, you'll never always have a calculator in your pocket, and two, the internet is a fad. That was one teacher in particular. Did not age well, that comment. It's the most real of real kitchens. But yeah, the food pyramid thing is pretty funny. I just think the wildest thing right now with the difference in school is that kids don't learn cursive writing anymore. I don't understand that logic. Is everyone just gonna have just completely readable signatures eventually? I don't know. Is everyone gonna sign with an X? Like cartoons? I'll be curious to see how that pans out. That and not learning touch typing. And that one I have seen. Just people preferring to have calls instead of writing emails because they write emails slowly. Oh, look, I mentioned Colin. Oh, crap, I forgot to wrap it. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, tell you I have something for you and then... You dick. What a stupid thing, like, just sitting down. I can't gift him an item. Yeah, but okay, if everything's on the computer, right, then that's fine, but... Like, don't you need to sign stuff still, ultimately? To some degree? Don't sit down! God. Stop sitting down, I need to gift you something. This is such a big oversight. There are digital signatures that you can auto-generate as well. Yeah, but that you still need to make an original, don't you? Like, you need to... Or are you saying that people can generate a digital signature? Don't sit down! I mean, I guess that's what it's gonna be. Damn, still hasn't given me the photo. Okay, well that's that. I mean, let's say you need to actually... Like, someone wants your signature for some important document, like... I don't know, bank stuff. Like, a lot of documents have PDFs these days where you just sign your name with Adobe Reader, and it'll pick a signature based on your name for some reason. That's acceptable. Well, I guess because ultimately it's tied to a sign-in, right? That's the idea. But I'm talking about something like... You're physically... I mean, do people even do this? How do you open a bank account? Do you do it online nowadays? Man, I am definitely old at this point. Like, maybe there is no necessity to it. I don't know. Yeah. That does sound weird. I've done the Adobe Reader thing, but I've just signed on an iPad and it used my real signature. But I've also had stuff where it's just like, tick this box to sign. So, I don't know. I mean, that one, I could be convinced that maybe learning cursive isn't as necessary anymore. The one that I don't understand is not learning touch typing, because people still type. I don't understand that logic. And there's plenty of jobs where, like, yeah, typing quickly is required to some degree. Like you want to, let's say you want to be an author of a book, not even IT. Put IT out of your mind. Like you want to write books. You want to be an author. Are you telling me you're not going to learn how to type? You're going to two-finger type a novel? Like, what are you talking about? You're going to dictate a novel? I don't think so. That's the one where, I don't know. I find it weird that it's not taught anymore. Do they think that kids are just going to learn it on their own? It's like, yeah, I mean, they have to use computers, so they'll learn on their own. They just use the mic and chat to text. Okay, but that's for casual use. For casual use is fine. I'm talking about something where it's your job. Have you tried to have a microphone perfectly dictate everything that you say? I'll give you a clue. It doesn't work. Like, a lot of the time you have to correct stuff yourself. I mean, hell, we've seen it in Animal Crossing with me and the microphone trying to call over a villager. It stumbled on one word. You think it won't stumble when writing a book? That was my accent. I'm sorry, it's not my accent. It didn't know ace. I think ace is pretty universal. And I don't even say it with, like, the proper ice, like a true Australian. I mean, no, I know my accent doesn't help, and that is partially the reason that things mess up, but it's not so terrible that it shouldn't be able to figure things out, is what I'm saying. The amount of times where, like, I've gotten frustrated at Siri and just put on a fake American accent so it knows what I'm saying. It's gotten better, but it's still flaky. I get teased for my accent all the time. But in this world of AI, do you think that it shouldn't take accents into consideration and learn them by now? You like my accent? I know, but I still get teased for it. Like, you can tease someone and it not be negative necessarily. Gather resources and then I'll start a building project. Like how I say aluminium and platinum and laboratory. Okay. But then you guys have baloney and I'm sorry, like, you want to talk about you want to talk about words. really, those really are accented? Well, I don't know. Laboratory. Platinum. I grew up with different influences. I guess at a certain point on Australian TV, it made a switch from primarily local Australian stuff to things that were more of a mix of Australian, British, and American. So there definitely is a divide here. And that rift has gotten bigger in Australia. Now the majority of content is American and British, and so Australian kids are starting to get more of an American accent now. Which is kind of wild. Like, these days, it's basically just Bluey, right? Like, in terms of Australian children's representation. I mean, the Wiggles are still around, but I don't think they're as prominent as they used to be. And they've changed members as well. But it's also the age ranges. Once you're hitting teens, there's less content with Aussie accents. Yeah, and I guess, well, the other thing was, like, me growing up, right? Entertainment was television. And so television was event-based. It's like, at any given point, you had to choose between one of 5 different things to watch. And basically, a lot of the time, there was things that was Australian on. Like, entertainment-wise, for example, you had several late-night shows that were Australian. Saturday was our version of Saturday Night Live, which was Hey Hey, It's Saturday. So me growing up, I got exposed to a lot of that. But then, you know, the Zoomer generation would have grown up with the internet. So it's like, it's not to say there weren't Australian influences, it's just probably not as me, and that's where there's a bit of a difference. It's kind of harder to, I guess, yeah, get it. Or at least a version of it that has minimal influence from the US. Yeah, there's infinite variety now, and that was just... You had an entire nation of people split between 5 shows. You know? Now it's like, technically someone could have their entire entertainment and not have a single Australian on it. I mean, that's almost a reality for me now, where there's very few Australians I watch. Actually, a little story. You guys need more shows. No, we have shows. The problem is they're not very good. And I'm about to talk about it right now, so hear this out. I saw this, there's a TV show that's basically you laugh, you lose, right? But it's with comedians. So comedians are in a room, and they all have to make each other laugh, and if you laugh, you get kicked out of the competition. They do a very reality TV show style. So I watched the British version of it, right? And I like British comedy. I like their comedians. Dry wit, that sort of stuff, right? So, you know, all the British comedians, man, like, the humor they were using was very, like, you had to think about it, you know? There were things where, like, the way each of them made each other laugh was over stupid shit. But it was clever stupid shit. So anyway, I finished watching it, and I was like, okay, this was pretty good. And then I see there's an Australian version of it, and I'm like, okay, to be fair, there are some Australian comedians I did like, right? It's not to say they're not funny. So I put it on, and I'm telling you, within the first 5 minutes, all the comedians in the room were basically screaming at each other, like making noises and shit to make each other's laugh. And then I just stopped watching it. I couldn't watch anymore. Like, it was just so unbelievably horrible and not funny. I can watch the British version of that, the American version as well, no problem, right? They both have their distinct forms of humor that I appreciate. The Australian version, it was unbearable. There was one person that I liked, and he was an older comedian. But everyone else, it was just like, you guys are just, like, doing your accents extra thick, or you're just being loud and obnoxious, and it's not funny. Or you're just trying to, like, shock humor your way with, like, sex jokes. I'll give you another example. The Office, beloved TV show. The UK Office, incredible. It started the American Office. The UK Office was first, then the American Office ran for, what, like 8-9 seasons? Probably about that. They tried to make the Australian Office. Again, I saw the trailer of it. That was enough to make me go, this show is going to be horrible and it's going to flop. And sure enough, it's so poorly rated. I wonder if it's partly because at a certain point, if you want to make it big, you kind of end up leaving Australia. Yeah, I mean, no, that is definitely true. Pretty much, you either go to the UK or America. That's basically the move. But it's not, but that's the thing. It's not that Australians aren't funny. It's just, I don't know what it is when it, I think it's just TV executives in Australia suck. That's what it comes down to. Like, there are some Australian TV shows that are amazingly funny. One being Utopia. Not the Utopia you're thinking of, it's another show. But this show is basically like The Office, but it's got to do with government. So they work in the government in research and development and projects. And that show is genuinely funny. It has really good writing. Actual comedy writers. But then you have the Australian version of The Office, which is just terrible. Or like the first time they tried Survivor in Australia, where they had to cancel it after a few episodes because, like, the viewership just went off a cliff. Did they do Alone in Australia? I don't know. I don't keep up to date with Australian reality TV shows. But the only one I know that apparently we do better is MasterChef. So apparently MasterChef in Australia, what makes it unique is that one season of MasterChef is basically 6 months of episodes compared to 13 episodes. Or whatever the run is in other countries. So the contestants actually get a real shot and you get to see them develop. And so it makes it interesting and it makes it unique. I've never watched, I've just heard that's the general sentiment behind our version of MasterChef. trying to think of what other... man. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's not to say Australians aren't funny. There are some very funny Australians out there. I just think the state of TV here, it's... For some reason, any comedy show I've seen of late in the last 10 years has just been... yeah, it's just never good. And this isn't even like a, oh, things used to be better back in the day. Not at all. Like, What We Do in the Shadows, pretty recent TV show that just ended. Love that show. I think it's one of the best shows done in recent time. I mean, Shrinking started off good as well, but it kind of... I'm not going to say it got bad, it just, I guess, became okay. But the start of it was good. Ted Lasso, also good. There's good comedy stuff out there that I resonate with. But I don't know, man. Australian stuff, for some reason, just... yeah. I think we just need to stop trying to copy. That's probably what it comes down to it. They're trying to go with safe bets and go, oh yeah, this was successful in America. Or it was successful in the UK. Let's try and do it. Get around to starting a build, I think. Collect half of the resources. No. Wait, did I order stuff through here? By the way, there is cheese in the game. It's only on a special occasion. Yeah. The cheese rolling festival. It's only one type of cheese, but... Apparently I don't have the loft thing. That's okay. Grab some from Red. Get some cube lights. Yeah, see? Cheese rolling's pretty funny. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That doesn't matter. I haven't collected many leaves here either. I mean, generally they should still have more cheese varieties, but they don't. I'm not going to talk to you in case it's a move out. We don't want you to move out. It'd be great if they added more cheese. It'd be a Gouda time. Haha. Alright, let me get to what I was gonna do. I hope I have enough. Oops. I mean, maybe. I probably need more customization kits. Okay. Let's put this down for a sec. So grateful for the purchase 50 option. I think they should just put it across the board. Well, I don't know. Just let us select the quantity. It's never going to happen. They're going to release the next game and they're never going to do it. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that the next game they're not going to do quantity right away. Because of course not. We're lucky we've got this. Yeah. We're lucky we got this for free, I think is the bigger thing. That's a dirty word for Nintendo these days. I still think it's crazy that, like, it's almost a year since the Switch 2 release. And the thing that I've spent the most time on is a Switch 1 game. And it's almost been 6 months since I've purchased a game for the Switch. can't customize in bulk. We're lucky we can do crafting in bulk. You can only do it if it's a single stack. You can't select, say, 5 items and customize it. Because you could be selecting 5 items that are completely different to one another. I mean, as someone that does UI design for a living, there's a way, I'm sure, you could design that UI, but they don't want that. Gotta be one of the things that just tilts me the most about this game is just, yeah, the UI. It's not an ugly UI, it's just there's certain things about it where I'm like, man, if you draw this on a flowchart of how many steps you need to take to achieve the task. Yeah. The airport is the one that tilts me the most in Sahara. The airport, I've said this before, the way I would simplify it would be, much like, it's so stupid because the answer is actually there, right? Like the way Town Hall functions, where there are there's multiple stations, I guess, like, if you want to deal with a house, you walk up to Tom Nook. If you want to deal with, like, villager stuff, you walk up to Isabel. And the same thing you could do for the airport. It would be, counter number 1, just directly spend your Nook Mile ticket, put it in a machine, walk through. Go on your island. You don't need to have a conversation to go do the Nook Mile thing. Counter number 2, online play. Counter number 3, halves, work, etc. Basically, Nook Mile, multiplayer, and then single player places you fly to. No need to have, like, this weird tree where you have to remember where things are. Some of them are one menu deep, some of them are not. It's just... It's so weird because that's exactly how the Town Hall operates. They didn't make you walk up to one person and then go through a menu. Didn't Pokemon do this thing years ago? I mean, you could go... Like, it's not new. A lot of it's not new. Being able to select quantities, you could trace that back to DOS games. It's like... It's just one of these things where, I don't know. I don't know if it's like incompetence or if genuinely they want to slow people down. Or both, I don't know. But it's just Nintendo's always been weird like that. Like, you know, when they started doing online play, it's not like online play was new either. What did they do? They made a friend code for every single game. And if you don't remember the DS era, the original DS, that's what it was. It was, if I want to play with you in Mario Kart, I have to share with you my Mario Kart friend code. If I want to play with you in Pokemon, I have to share with you my Pokemon friend code. And it was just like, who greenlit this? Who didn't go, let's see how online works. What do people expect from online play? It's almost like they're trying to reinvent the wheel to be creative, and then it's just bad. I don't know. And then that generation passed, and it's like, okay, surely they would have heard the feedback that people don't like friend codes. So what did they do? They made it so it's just one friend code, but still friend codes. To this day, we're still using friend codes. Instead of people being able to have account names, like... Why can't people just add me through my Nintendo account name? My Nintendo account name would be tied to a friend code. So why can't they just cut the middleman out and just add me through Nintendo ID? It makes no sense. You can't have one without the other. If you're gonna play online, you need the subscription. So the subscription ties to your Nintendo ID. So why can't people just add you through that? Why do we need the friend code anymore? Okay, so I need to bring up blue to kind of refer to how I've done it. It will be different. But I need like a guide here as to how I've done it so I can try to mirror it. I mean, maybe the only reason I can think of that they wouldn't want to use Nintendo ID is so then people don't know your account ID. So then they're giving you some ID that has nothing to do with your account. So they wouldn't be able to figure out what your account name is to try and hack it or whatever. But I don't know, man. If someone wants to find out that information, they probably can. Okay, well, I think this is just never going to be identical. I think... Alright, well, this is going to be interesting how I do this. Because this is a varying length. Oh, yeah, and then... Right. Because I didn't mirror this, technically, so even this is going to... Alright, I'll try. I'll try. We will try. I don't think it'll ever be identical. Okay. Doing both instructions. Okay, so we're here. Okay, so I mean, this does line up. This is, I guess, is gonna be trickier to do than I think. Yeah. Yeah, now this can't actually line up because it's like the opposite. So I think this is just something where it's just gonna be... It's just gonna be unique. Alright, so how does it look like from the bridge perspective? I guess figure that out. So this part can be identical, but then everything else, I guess, is thrown out the window. Oh, don't do this now. I just need to get 20 and then I can forget it. I mean, that's how it is. If... stop. Sorry, I'm figuring this out. Okay, so this is the part that curves. Oh, shit. Okay. I guess that's it. Again, it can't be perfect, so it'll just be whatever. The other side, I think I can work it out. Okay. Alright, so effectively this is the entry. Go one more in. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to have to take some liberties here. Okay. Oh, I mean, these I don't think are necessary anymore. These were there to get the hybrid yellow, and I pretty much have them. Like, I think that's enough to generate my green ones that I have over there. So that's fine. What? Why? Why would you do that? There we go. Oh, I mean... Okay. Well, I guess there's the imperfection. I feel like that thing from Dragon Ball, the bridge where Cell is making the arena. And he just has that one tile that is just wrong. It's like, it's not bothering me, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it bothers me a lot. And why is that one still green? Yeah. Let it go, Cell. You've got shit to do. Alright, let me put these other ones away. Yeah, as long as it gets the vibe across, like, I understand that it's not going to be perfectly mirrored. I can finish this now, actually. Don't care about the money tree, so I'm just gonna... Even though someone's gonna hate that. But yeah, I figured replicating an area that looks like where the town squares are on each probably the best course. So it is a true mirror. I know, they changed from what I was doing, but... I just saw this and remembered, yeah, I should probably do this. I did kind of want to have an attempt at mirroring the graveyard, but I think that's probably its own dedicated session. Plus, I think I still need more stuff. I do want to pay Blue a visit as well. Alright, back to what I was doing, putting this away. Okay, I just saw that it's rounded corners as well. I know these ones are, I mean, they're still hybrid yellow, but they're double hybrid from a genetics point of view. It's a hybrid coming from a hybrid, so I separated them in case there's a difference. No. Growing flowers in Animal Crossing has to be like one of the most sweaty things I've ever done. Oh, I can do that. Okay, hang on. I thought I couldn't line it up, so I can actually. Yeah, okay, now. Yeah, just redo the whole lot. It's a lot of work. Yeah, Animal Crossing players are very patient. I've come to learn this. I thought games like Diablo and stuff required patience. They do. But I guess what I'm doing is probably even beyond that. I'm just proud of the idea. I don't think I've heard of anyone doing this. And it's a lot more effort than I thought it would be. Especially the villagers, but the madness is almost over. We're down to one villager on each island. Okay, I mean, that'll do. Go. And I mean, I could do the rest. Well, the problem is this island is different, and so this cactus is kind of in a weird spot. How many mats do I have? I guess I have a few. Alright. Clear this out. I mean, as long as it feels identical, that's enough. I know it's not going to be one-to-one because it can't be. Close enough. Yeah, as long as it gets the vibe across. I think the fact that I can get it that close is pretty miraculous. And some of the things as simple as like having one blue villager and one red villager that looks similar is harder than you would think. Now I'm just doing it by eye. It's going to be different. It just will be. This is already hugging an edge, whereas in on blue, there would be land here. But because I couldn't technically mirror this landmass, that's what does it. It makes it different. Which I guess kind of messes with the graveyard a little too. So I'm gonna have to adapt both. I'll figure it out. Why must you do this as I'm working? Good. I haven't been counting how many that is, but I would assume it's about 10. Yeah, this cactus has got to go, so this is going to be a difference. Oh my... Ugh. I just realized what I did. Dude. I don't think I... Is it gonna bother me? It's gonna bother me. Because they all face a particular direction. And I can't physically stand here unless I... Okay. Unless I do that. No, too far in. Okay. Can't really see it. I know you can't, but I can. I'm talking about the little tag. The little tags all face upwards. And I know there's gonna be people that don't care on these mats. I know there's gonna be people that don't care, but at the same time, I definitely know there's gonna be people that will. Where? Look at the... Alright, look at what I'm standing on. Look at the top line, and then look at the end of it. Look at over here. See that little black thing? That's the yoga mat tag. And so all of them are facing that way. They're all on the top line. But if I turn the other way, then one of them would be on the bottom line. I'll show you what it looks like when it's bad. I can see it, and that's honestly enough for it to bother me. I know there's a lot of people like me, so it's okay. I know it's not going to bother some. But for those that it does bother, it's going to be like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, wrong one. Oops, that was a waste. That's one of the things that, man, in my line of work that sometimes you come across people that don't notice little things like that. And it's just like, okay, I know you can't see it, but it bothers... I know it bothers me enough. And the way I described it is like, imagine there's a light switch on the wall, and the light switch is like right up against the fucking plaster, that it's like going off the edge slightly. As a homeowner, that would bother you, and you would point that out. And I guess all I'm saying is like, that's what it is. Even if you can't see it right now. Or like a picture being not hung up correctly and not level. Like, on its own, you probably won't notice. When there's 4 of them in a row, you'll notice. I mean, you can see it better here. Like, the picture actually perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about. So, I mean, look at it. Look at it here, without me customizing it. See how in each one, the black tag, so on the first one, it's in top right. On the second one, it's top left. On the third one, it's bottom left. And on the fourth one, it's bottom right. So what I didn't want to have is like, you know, the ones that are horizontal, they all need to be in the top right. I mean, this one's probably clearer. Why did they put a tag? Because products have tags. Look at clothing. Yoga mats have tags. Not all of them. Some of them are just generic. The ones that are branded and made after a company, yeah, they have tags. It's stupid. Well, I can't change it. So I'm just telling you, like, that's what's bothering me. Is I need them to all face the same way. You'd pull it off, but it's usually sewn in. It's not something that is dangling. It's like sewn in. You ever had a piece of clothing that had like a little patch that had the brand of the clothes? Or like the size it is or something? Maybe not necessarily the size, but some brands do that. They have like a little patch on the bottom left of your t-shirt. It's part of its design. I guess I don't need red or blue as a reference. But we'll be jumping to it soon. I'll just save and exit. I mean, the good news is I had, well, enough to do this part, but I still need more. I guess there's less here because this doesn't go to the secret beach. I'd be willing to bet that if you pulled off that tag, there would probably be a hole in the product. It'd probably cause damage, irreparable damage to it by trying to do it. But it looks ugly. You know what looks even uglier? A hole. Alright, I guess that's that for now. I have spare, like, they're all gonna be this style. It's if I want to do boardwalks on sand, this is what I do. It's always funny when I order a bunch of yoga mats. Someone's always like, why are you ordering so many yoga mats? This is why. I don't think I have anything else to add to the Easter lab. The genetics lab. Red Foreman's genetic lab. Oh, this should be... There we go. Okay. Well, that sets up more or less what I had. I mean, I need this land clear. I'm not going to build the other stuff yet. I need the land cleared, but I guess I need to get other things. No, did that seem like I got 20? I would say it's fairly close. We get a lot of stars. I think it just seems that way because there's 2 islands. Is the owl here? Yeah. I got a recipe for a rocket. They seem to be frequent at the moment, so hold on. Did I check in with the Nook machine? Probably not. I bet I broke my streak. This is just as bad as streaks on Twitch. Okay, there's one thing I'm going to do. And that is take over a particular cowboy hat over to blue. But that'll happen next time for VOD watchers. I need to be accurate. Look at my cheese wheels. I wish there was more cheese, but... Okay, where is it? I mean, either way, someone has to go somewhere. I may as well do it this way around. I guess I may as well take the other artwork over too. I'm gonna keep all the spare artwork on blue. Is there anything else I want to take over? I'm not sure. I don't think it needs anything. Alright, well, I'm not saving and exiting because I'm going to leave it running in the background. But we're going to swap islands. If you're watching this later on the VOD's channel, thanks for sticking around to the end of this one. Leave a like if you feel like it, and we'll continue next time.